Hello.
Hello, guys.
Hi.
Oh my
Welcome
God.
back to It's Not That Deep, second episode.
How exciting.
How cool.
That's gone
That's
so fast.
cool. I know. I'm so excited. Alyssa's booked her next flight. She's coming back to Melbourne in 3 weeks' time.
Yes, I can't wait.
So we're going to be consistent. We're going to be doing this,
Yeah.
trying to give the people something every week.
Yeah.
Yay.
I love that.
We've got so much to talk about. Last night we went out.
We had to regroup this morning, but we're feeling great.
Yes. Well, we don't
Amazing.
really drink. Like, I'm
No.
so off drinking. Let's start talking
No.
about that. Like, I got a fake ID. It was your ID
Oh my gosh.
when I was younger.
Yes, we spoke this the other day. So how old were you? You would have been 16, 17.
I spent my 16th birthday in a club.
That's
I was
crazy.
15 going clubbing.
That's crazy. See, I never did that.
Very iconic.
I waited until I was 18.
To be honest,
'Cause I
I'm
was
glad I went
scared.
early.
Really?
Yes. Because like I think everything I have right now is because I was so focused after I turned 18.
That
I
that
was
is
like,
true.
I don't give a fuck about clubbing.
Yeah.
Like,
See,
I got it all done.
I'm gotten to the point now where I would just never go out for just the sake of going out. Never. Like it has to be a reason to celebrate, but even then, so I'm not gonna just go out and just get so hammered.
Yeah.
No, because
Hammered is such a funny word.
it's so like obliterated. Like
Yes.
I've never, because like I hate the feeling. This morning I had a little headache, guys, and I was like, no,
I can't believe I went out that young.
I can't believe that
I
either.
just can't believe it's so young.
Were you hung over that young too?
Like, not really. Not to like try and sound cool, like, oh, I'm so cool. But no, it was crazy because I had a lot of older friends. And
But
like,
you did though. I remember you being like literally 16, 17
they
and
would
your
bring
friends
me around the craziest people.
No, but your friends were like in their late 20s.
Yes, I know.
No, they were.
And like now, obviously now I don't talk to any of those friends. Like that
Yeah.
is such a different phase of my life. But I just remember I would meet the craziest people. I met Drake when I was so young. I met so many artists.
That's so crazy
I
that
was
you were
such
in
a child.
That you were in those situations where you
Crazy.
had, do you know what I mean? Like that's
You know what's
insane.
like, you know what's wild that I always think about? I also looked older for my age, which I know is like icky. Like we hate that. Like now looking back, I'm like, if I saw a 16-year-old clubbing, I'd be like, you are so cringe. But like,
I remember the photos of you Lima at the clubs when you were 8.
I was hot. I was that bitch.
You see me when I was 16? No. I was literally like 2 ponytails, like not it. Like you
was
wouldn't
like-
catch me clubbing.
You know what's crazy? I was a virgin, so I like hadn't slept with anyone, but I just looked like
Like
a
you're
hoe.
25.
I looked like a hoe. I did my big one, 16th birthday in the club.
What,
In
do you
the
know what
club.
club we went to?
Marquee, and there was
Oh my God,
there was
I-
artists there. Future was there.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? I went to Marquee for my 19th. I went to Marquee for my 19th.
See, by the time I turned 19, like this is the thing, right? Because I did all of that when I was so young. It was fun because I wasn't allowed to be there. And then as soon as I hit 18,
it's like risky.
yes, as soon as I hit 18, I was like, wait, I can't, like I'm allowed to be here. This is pathetic. Like all these people are pathetic. Like I hate this.
Oh my God.
But I'm
That's the
kind
vibes that you had when you were there, when you were older.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so now like to go clubbing and enjoy it, I have to be in a city where it's actually like going off. I went clubbing in Japan, in Tokyo. I went to One Oak, Tokyo.
Wait, how was that?
Really fun because
Really?
it's like 4 stories. I just like something about traveling overseas and clubbing overseas. If I'm here where like my house is like 5 minutes away from the club, I'm gonna go home early every single, like I hate it.
Wait,
I
that
don't
is
wanna be
actually
there.
that's me. That is,
Yeah.
I would much prefer to stay local than going out the extra mile in my same city because I'm like, I can't be bothered.
I just like hate it
Then
so
I'll just
much.
literally just go home
And I'm
because I can't.
so off it and it makes me cringe so bad. And I know it's not like their fault, but when I have friends in their early 20s, like even my age, it's normal for them to want to go clubbing, to want to go to festivals and get so drunk and all that stuff. But like, because I've done it all, I feel so old and I just feel like I could never want to do that. Like it's crazy.
Once in a while, I think that's like, okay, that's like kind of a fun vibe.
Well, last night was fun
Last night was so
because
fun.
we like pre-planned it. We had a booth and everything.
Yeah, that was
I will
fun.
never wait in line for a club.
Yeah, that
Like,
was so
ever.
fun.
I'm allergic to waiting in a
me
line.
literally,
be
literally getting out and telling you, wait, I wait in that line. You're like, no.
Alyssa looked at the line. She's like, "Are we waiting here?" And I was like, "Do you know who I am?" No, I'm just
Yeah.
kidding. I'm just kidding.
I was like, I
It's
went
not
out
even
like that
about
line
that.
was
It's
so
just like,
long.
I just don't. I know how it all works. Like from when I was young, I quickly gathered at 15 in the club. I was like, "Wait, there's promoters here, and they benefit from pretty girls getting into the club." So like I didn't give a shit that I had no followers. It was nothing about followers. It's just like I'm not gonna wait in this line to like stand in this club. They always want the ratio to be more females than men. So it's like I'm not fucking waiting in this line. Like pathetic. I'm not doing that. So like
That's so
even
funny.
from when I was young, I held myself in such a high regard. I would walk past the longest line and I would stand in front of the guard and be like, "Let me in," and they always would.
Wait, but you're like literally 15.
15. They always knew that I was underage.
That's
but they
so
just let
crazy.
Me in. I know. And like now I give myself the ick because I look back at that phase and I'm like, oh. But I'm so glad I did that because if I started when I was like 18, 19, 20, I wouldn't have anything that I have. Like I wouldn't work as hard. I feel zero FOMO when people are like, we're going out, come. I'm like, no.
Let's save and wait till we go out when we're in the States.
Literally.
Let's do that. That is so much more
I've been
appealing to
saving
me.
my energy for New York and
That's
LA.
that's
It'll be
been
fun.
so much more appealing to me. Like just new experiences and new people.
Yes, and when you start paying rent as well, it's like I'm paying rent. Like you're paying a certain amount every day to be in that place. So in my head, I'm like, I'm paying to live in that really nice apartment, but I'm choosing to go and spend money on drinks and like be drunk and messy. Like it's so gross to me. It's a waste of time and it's a waste of my life.
Yeah.
I hate feeling drunk. And this is something that I wanted to start off by talking about.
Yeah.
Is that I had to change all of my friends in my life because everybody, like there are so many people, and I know other people will relate to this, but there are so many people that rely so heavily on drinking because they hate their lives. They don't care about their health. They don't care about their lives. They don't even really like their jobs. So the glue to bring everything together and feel happier is having a drink. And I realized like that is like not what someone would do if they really loved their life.
I'm so not against going out at all because I love to go out, get dinner, have a drink, take photos. That's so fun. But people that go out every single weekend and you have those friends or those groups where you just associate drinking with. And when you're not in that environment, it's like, who do you have to really hang out with? Do you know what I mean? So I'm so lucky that I have a small group of friends where you can do both kind of thing. Because not everyone has that. It's always like, we're going to go out drinking Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
I know.
And they're the friends that you go out and drinking with, but you're not going to see them and go ask them to go for a walk and have coffee.
Do you know
what I mean?
I cut all of
like
those
it's
people
just the
out.
wrong energy. I don't like it anymore.
I don't like it either.
No, I hate
also
it.
don't like I like going out if there's a benefit from it. So in LA, when we go there and we go out, you can just like bump into someone and all of a sudden you've made friends with someone that's a photographer for a massive celebrity or something. I don't know. There's just so many connections.
There's so many
there.
more opportunities
There's
there.
a benefit like from going out and meeting people.
Yeah.
I've just outgrown it here. I hate it here. There's no benefit. I'm not making connections. I'm not meeting anyone. Like, it's just the same shit. It's the same people. I hate when guys talk to me in a club. Guys, I'm like low-key a tiny bit like hungover. So that's why I'm like coming at this with like low vibes right now. But like I just hate when guys talk to me in a club. Don't even buy me a drink. Don't linger. Like don't. And I went to the bathroom last night and there were all these girls. They were so drunk. They were like screaming, being messy. And I was looking at them thinking like, it just reminded me of 16-year-old me. And I thought, how do you find that fun? Like being that drunk?
My friend my friend Kai's moving away to London. And I went out last weekend and obviously you know what I love? I love drinking during the day.
Really?
Yeah, I love drinking during the day because then you can go home early.
Wait, I'm such a night drinker.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I don't like drinking during the day.
No, I like because we started during the day.
But that's a Sydney thing.
That
because
is
there's nothing
Sydney
to do in
thing.
Sydney at night.
That's a Sydney thing because Sydney is like so day orientated. Everyone's like, let's start at 11 a.m. Like that's what it is. You know what I mean? So we went out early and then like I obviously like I don't go out every weekend. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to enjoy myself tonight because my friend's leaving and I had the best night. And then we ended up in the city and I got to the point where like I think like 11 o'clock at night and I told you I fell over down the stairs, like tumbled down the stairs. Not even because I was drunk, because like I was literally just raining wet and I just was wearing heels. And in that moment I was like, this is the reason why I don't like going out. Because after like all like the hype is gone, it's like you feel like shit. I was so exhausted.
And then the way that
my knee had a massive bruise in it and I was like, oh my God.
That's so shit that you fell.
I fell and I was so embarrassing. I fell
That's
over.
so funny.
No, I'm telling you right now, I tumbled. Like I literally tumbled down the stairs.
I've fallen in a club before.
Yeah, but like this
bad.
is like massive stairs to like exit a club. And it's all people down the bottom and I'm literally like rolling. And everyone's like, is this girl okay? Like I was that weirdo that was like rolling down the stairs. Like it was so embarrassing. And I get up and everyone's like, you know when you're embarrassed, but you try and play it off? I was like, like I was like, just like whatever, like, and it was also so bad because my phone died and my internet wasn't working.
Oh my God. And wait, we can't talk about it now, but like your phone was blowing up.
Yes, it was blowing up, and then it died at the worst possible time, and then it came back alive, and my internet wasn't working. I didn't tell you this. My internet was working, so I look like a fucking homeless person, like literally crack addict. My knees bruised, and I'm going around in randoms. Can I borrow your hotspot? Like, like I look like an actual like homeless person. It was so embarrassing. I was in all sorts. Okay,
Bitch went tumbling.
Like, I went tumbling. Then my whole brain was like, "What's going on?" And my phone internet was not working. And I was like, "Why is it?" I kept trying to turn it on and off, but the power was kept going. Like I was like 2%, so I was lagging.
I still love to go out and like sometimes be fun and messy. It's just like I've outgrown it here, like I was saying. But like, it's still funny. Do you know what I mean? Because then you have those stories.
Yeah.
Especially when you plan for it, and it's like we don't do it every weekend.
Yeah.
But that one night we're going out, and
that's what I meant before by saying I love going out when there's a reason to go out, because it makes it so much more fun.
Yeah.
So much more fun.
And you've like calculated it. Like you've sorted a booth or whatever.
Yeah. That it's just, I don't know.
But this going out for the sake of it is wild to me. It's like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
I love to just be home, face mask on.
Well, the other night when he cooked me pasta and watched Vampire Diaries, that was so fun.
Yeah, you know what? Also, like, because I love my job. Like, I love, like, going home and just editing my videos and stuff. Like, I think I just love my job. Whereas, like, my friends that have jobs that they hate, they tend to go out a lot more.
When I was working in retail and I did not like my job. You've worked in retail before. It's so shit.
Yeah.
And I just...
That's when I was going out a lot.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? And like, because you think, oh my God, like it's Thursday night, it's Friday, like one more day to the weekend, and like I have all these plans. I did it when I was like 18. I would like go out Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I was living at home with my mum, so I wasn't paying rent. So my work pay was for me to go out and buy clothes and like drink.
Yeah.
That's what it literally was.
Kind of a slay.
Yeah, and that's at me. I'm like, that was good for me then, but like no way now.
you have to get it done.
No way I will do that now.
I think once you start paying rent, that's when it's like, I really need to make the most of my life.
Yeah,
the way that my mind works,
it's just so expensive to do everything. Do you know what I mean?
Also, like the way that my mind works is like there is a whole world out there, like we were talking about in the last episode, of so many amazing, beautiful places to visit. I am not wasting my time and my money here.
Yeah, that's so true.
I want to leave the nest.
Yes,
I
need to leave the nest. Yes.
Yes.
And it's just I have just so many different priorities right now. Like I have my dog, and then like also leaving my dog at home as well. But that's like neglect. Neglect.
You know what? It's so crazy because every time I travel, because I like always save my money, and I don't really go out. But then when I travel, I do it big. Every time I go on a trip.
Yeah.
All of these like. No offense, I'm not trying to sound like a bitch, but all of these bums that like are always trying to drag me to go out, they're always the ones like DMing me being like, oh my God, like I'm so jealous. Like your life is so cool. It's like you literally spend every last cent going out. No wonder you can't travel and do anything.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like you go out every weekend.
Yeah, and I
like my motivation is like I'm traveling to this place in 2 months. I will save it all for there.
Yeah, and that's what I was thinking to you that when I booked my flight here again in 3 weeks. I'm thinking I'm gonna go back home. I'm gonna be excited about something. I'm gonna work. I'm gonna do. I'm gonna like I got my routine at home, and I'm gonna be looking forward to coming back here.
Yeah,
like I'm
do you know
so
what I mean? Happy that we're doing this, and,
like,
because we'll both be so motivated and excited and like traveling so much. It's so bad. If like I've got all these trips coming up, but if someone comes up to me and they go, "Do you want to go to this place with me?" I'm like, take my car. Literally take my car.
Not you in the last episode.
I'm so impulsive. I'm so impulsive.
Yeah,
like that.
Convincing me to go skydiving. I was like so against it, and now I'm like, yep.
No, you will. You absolutely will.
I'm still a little bit scared, but I feel like if you just a little bit more convincing,
we will make 100%. A video out of it. This is like the beauty of traveling somewhere random, right?
Yeah.
Last time I was in Bali, I met these Moroccans. We were all sitting, Louis and I were sitting at breakfast near these Moroccan guys. And like, I'm such a social person when I travel. I just want to talk to everyone. I made these friends, these Moroccan friends, and we just had such a good breakfast. And so I paid for their breakfast without them even asking. I was just like, I just want to be nice. Didn't think I'd see them again. And then one of them messaged me on Instagram. He was like, because you paid, like, I think it's in their culture as Moroccans. Like, they're very giving and they want to like host and everything. They were like, please, we have to take you guys to dinner, you and Louis. So they took us to dinner. And they told us at dinner, they actually work for Qatar Airways and they live in Qatar. And they were like, you have been so kind. You paid for our breakfast, which is not that crazy. I was just doing it to be nice. Like, it really wasn't even expensive. They were like, any flight that you want to get, that stops over in Qatar. So on the way to like Zanzibar,
Oh
Maldives,
yeah.
Europe,
Because
anything.
because I've flown with Qatar before.
Yeah, well, they said any flight that stops at Qatar, we will give you a buddy pass. So I'm talking like I could get a flight to Europe now for like $600 return. Is that not insane?
What?
This is what I mean. You don't meet people like that when you go clubbing here. You don't meet people like that out and about. And I was just sitting at dinner and I was like, what? So now that's why all these other places are now on my radar.
Yeah.
That I didn't think I had the option to really travel to anytime soon.
That is so. And you still talk to them now?
Yeah. Oh my God. He messaged me the other day. They fucking travel all the time. I'm obsessed with their lives. Like, I'm like,
Me,
stop.
literally what I want to do, guys.
Their names are both Omar, both of them.
Wait, really?
Yeah. So he was just in
That's
the
so
Maldives.
funny.
And he just put up a story and he goes, come to the Maldives.
Okay, when?
Literally. I definitely want to do beautiful winters. I love the idea of seeing snow and a ski trip and everything. But at the moment, I think I'm in a phase of life where all I'm chasing at the moment is summer. I just want to be in the sun all the time. So like, I know that Japan in winter or Finland in winter is beautiful, but I just kind of have like no desire for cold places at the moment.
No, I get
Does
you
that make
because I'm
sense?
summer's my favorite season.
Because I live in a cold city right now.
Yeah, and I'm just like I love the tropics in summer always. I just love tanning.
Yeah.
But you're
Can
right.
never go wrong.
I would love to go to Finland.
Really?
So I've seen so many videos of it. It is beautiful. Like I would just imagine myself sitting in a meadow. I just want to sit in a meadow with a waterfall in Finland and just read a book.
That looks like it's giving Sound of Music.
That just sounds beautiful. Like, but I think that's a different era of my life. Not right now, but I'd love to do that.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was saying before. It's a different era.
Yeah.
Like I love the whole like imagine doing like all the beautiful places in Europe in winter. But like I have no desire for that right now. Like for the next like 3 years, all I want to do is be in the sun. And I actually
I love how
cheat.
you like the next 3 years.
Let's answer some questions. Because I thought that would be fun. And I put
Yes.
something on my story and I feel like we should give some people some advice. And then I kind of want to talk about what we were talking about earlier.
Oh my God, yeah. I will just like randomly trauma dumping at like 9 in the morning.
Yeah.
Like, what was that about? Yeah. I literally wake up, guys, and Lima's like, good morning. And we're just like doing our makeup.
And then we start
we're
sitting
we're
there
just like
talking about
literally
deep
just
shit.
like, yeah, like, okay, I've been disrespected. Like, I've been yelled at. And it's like, we're like sitting there like fully into it. That's actually, wait, why were we like that? That's so random
We're
of us.
so random. Like we will
Like,
have
we'll
the
just
deepest conversation.
and
and
I'm
then we'll
just-
be like twerking in the bathroom.
Yeah. That was so funny. Okay, let's answer some questions. What's the questions?
Okay. Advice on friends that randomly cut you off. It's happened to me once.
Okay, what's the story?
I'm going to say her name. Do you know? Do you remember she was in my life?
Oh, that sounds so familiar.
She just randomly cut me off out of nowhere. And like, actually, I was really hurt and upset by this.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I'm such a good friend. Why
Yeah.
would you cut me off? She fully disappeared. We were such good friends.
Wow. I
It was
didn't know
the most-
that.
And I've never experienced anything like it.
What was
But
the
we were
meaning
close.
behind it? Did you ever message her and ask her?
I did, and she just like barely gave me an answer. And so I think this person's asking like a similar question, like how do you deal with that? To be honest, now looking back, I think was actually very insecure being my friend. And I think that she compared herself to me a lot. And I think that like I don't want that energy around me. And like now that I'm over being upset at her cutting me off, I look back and I'm like, I don't really care that I lost her. Because there is no single person that could ever walk away from me that I would think like I'm better off with you in my life. If you've walked away,
then it
stay
wasn't meant
away.
to be. That goes with friendships and relationships. That's meant to be.
Yeah.
So that was kind of like a blessing in disguise.
Well, that's like why I always say your soulmate would not do that. They would not leave you.
the amount of
Your
times
best friend
you-
would not leave
yes,
you.
The amount of times you have told me this.
Yeah.
Like your soulmate is not literally doing that to you.
No.
That's so true.
Like when I go and
Yeah.
stand like doing my vows with the person that I get married with, I'm not going to look someone in the eyes that has once left me and cheated on me. Like it gets to a point where what hurts more than like going through a friendship breakup or a normal breakup, what hurts the most is when you realize them coming back won't even fix your pain because you've been disrespected so much that it can never be resolved. You just have to get through it. You have
Yeah,
to
that's
ride out
so
the
true.
pain.
You got to ride the wave.
I don't care. When people try and justify things to me, they go, but they were so nice. Of course, that's why it hurts. Like when you go through a breakup, you're thinking of all the good things. When you go through a friendship breakup, you're thinking about how much fun you had with that friend. Does that mean that there's not a world of 8 billion people out here? No. There is so many people out there.
Everyone's going to be nice.
Yeah.
Nice is bare minimum.
Nice is bare minimum. Facts. I need to get that
Wow.
tatted on my forehead.
Wow, I've changed.
yeah.
Who am I?
But like, yeah, so this friend like fully cut me off. She completely disappeared.
Do you know what she's doing now?
She moved to LA and it's crickets for her. She was like, I'm going to go and be an actress. Nothing's going on.
Wow,
Crickets.
really?
Yeah. That's what happened. You can't just fuck your friends off. Like, I stalked her the
Wow.
other day because I'm just a stalker. I stalked her the other day and I looked at her account and she's doing nothing with herself. And I was like, all
Well,
right.
that's you know, was meant to be.
Yeah, but I was just really upset because I didn't understand. And it kind of like the issue is when a friend leaves you randomly like that, it feels like you're not good as a friend. Like maybe there's something wrong with you. That's never the case. It's probably something that you don't even know. Like I honestly look back now and I think she was just so insecure being my friend and like had her own issues and couldn't feel happy for me.
It honestly had nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in the moment too, you're not aware of what's going on and you're just really upset because like, oh, wait, I was a good friend so we had a good time.
I've had friends that I've met like around the same time I met you and we're not friends anymore because we weren't a match.
Same. Exactly.
Like it's
exactly.
just really not that deep.
Yeah. It's not that deep, guys.
It's not that deep.
Oh, what's another question?
Oh, true. Do you think we should break up with someone if we're scared to lose them? Like because we're dependent?
Okay, well this is a good question though, because like I had to actually really overcome this, and I went through a really bad breakup, as you spoke in the last episode. And I really did rely on this person.
Yeah.
And I really did. And I was probably a codependent. And we'll talk about this morning, how I lost myself. Do you know what I mean? I really did lose myself in that aspect. So if you're really scared of losing somebody because you're worried that you can't live without them because you're so codependent and you can't be by yourself, I'm not saying you should leave them and just like, that's it, like that's the only reason why, but I really do think you should put more energy and work onto yourself.
You should start working on this journey towards doing things alone.
Alone, yes. I'm not saying like, oh my God, yeah, that's, you have to break up with them. No,
Yeah.
I'm saying I feel like what I should have done is you should pull back a little bit and really put the energy you're putting into that person, into yourself.
You actually, it's funny you say that because I was there through her whole relationship. I remember now looking back, I can see that you guys were like conjoined twins. Like you were like with him all the time, and you weren't the type of person back then that would ever solo travel while being in a relationship. It's like, why? I have my boyfriend here. Let's do everything together.
100%.
Whereas like, I think now you'd be different.
Yeah, for
Me
sure.
now dating Louis, I was telling him it's my dream in the next, just to book a random 7-day trip to Bali. Like I just want to go alone.
That's so good. See,
and film my videos and be
I would have
independent.
never thought to do that in my relationship that I was in like nearly a year ago. Never.
Right.
So this person's asking a question. It's okay to rely on each other, but what I've learnt is you have to be happy as an individual.
It's so much easier said than done. And like
Yes.
lots of people are in such denial. Like I'll talk to girls.
I was
that are
in denial.
Right.
I was
you
literally
know,
in denial. And
so true.
it is so much easier said than done. Because when you're in the moment, when
Yeah.
you're in that moment, suffocated by love and, oh, this is my soulmate, like I want to do everything for this person, you're not thinking about that.
It's the best
You're not
feeling
thinking.
in the world. So you
Yeah.
forget to like work on yourself. You know what's
100%.
funny? Like I was sort of like that in my last relationship too. And that's why I went through such a painful breakup that now I couldn't be more different. Like not to bring it back on me, but like I think I have really good advice to answer this question because I'm very different now. Like I said, I'm going away for a month and also I'm planning a solo trip. I love to like just push myself. And maybe, you know what I've realized every time I travel and I'm away from Louis, the first day I'm like sad. And then I finally like I crack out of that and I'm like, wait, I'm so glad I did this.
Yeah.
And if something happened, God forbid, because I can't control the future, I can't control what happens. If something was to happen, I would walk away from this relationship thinking, I did not lose myself at all. I did
good.
so much.
That's so good. And that's what I really, again, what we're talking about this morning, I feel like I'm so self-aware of what my strengths and weaknesses are and what I want to work on. And I have come so far, obviously you have seen since my past relationships, but you really have to, like I said, not put every single inch of you into that person.
Yeah.
Invest it in yourself. Otherwise you will lose yourself. And I
Yeah.
got to the point where my day was relying on what their day was. Like that's not okay.
Yeah.
Like I was like, oh, I want to go out for dinner with my friends. I want to go to the gym. But wait, let me ask what this person's
I
doing
remember
first.
because I would ask you to hang out and you'd be like, I can't because Billy. I can't because that's his fake name.
Yeah.
You would always say
No,
that. And
because
I
I
didn't
was
see
relying
you much in that relationship.
Yeah, because I was relying, and it wasn't because I didn't want to hang out with my friends, because I'm such a social person. It's because I was in a form of manipulation, because I would feel bad if I wasn't around to do something. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like, no way,
That's
I
wild.
can't do that for me right now because I have to make sure that they're okay.
I would see you if
Like,
he was busy.
Yes.
If he was busy, you would go out and be like, okay, now it's time for me to make friends. And
Yeah.
it's like,
and it's so,
you can't ever let that happen again.
It's so bad. And like the reason, and I didn't eat in the moment because you're so clouded.
Yeah.
That's why it's much easier said than done. And now in hindsight, it's an amazing thing. Looking back, you're like, oh my God, like snap out of it.
Would you agree that like, this is my thought process now, being single and working on yourself is so incredible that like you should miss that so much whilst in a relationship, the aspect of looking after yourself and nurturing yourself, that there is always time for that.
Yeah.
I would say like this might be like such a hot take and people might not like this, but I put 40% into my relationship and 60% into myself. Like, I love my boyfriend and I make time for him and we do everything, and I'll cook for him sometimes, and we like, you know, we live together and everything, but like I work so much on myself and my own dreams. Nothing has changed. Like, I'm not changing my life for this man.
They're supposed to add to your life.
Yeah. Not subtract.
Not subtract or take away from your life. They're meant to add stuff to your life while you're still having your life and they're having their life.
I don't know if you watched the Cancelled podcast. I love that podcast.
Love them so much.
Brooke was talking about how every time she gets into a relationship, she just cannot like think for herself. She sees everything through the eyes of that person, and she's so full on in it and like disappears from her friends. And she was like, I need to be single because I need to work on that, and I hate that I get like that. When you were with Billy, and this is not a bad thing, this is just like, we can't let this happen again. You literally disappeared. Like you were like full married mode.
Yeah, for 5 years
And you
I was
put your
married.
dreams and your life on hold for this guy.
I was married because I was supporting his dreams.
And that's crazy, and you can't do that again. My answer to you saying, should we break up with someone if we're scared to lose them, is you should be more afraid to lose yourself.
I was just about to say that.
You need to take that energy back and regroup. Go on like a solo trip, plan a trip with your friends. Honestly, plan a trip with your friends. Do something where you're away from this person, because after the first 2 days of like being upset and missing them, you will come to your senses and be like, wait a minute, I'm a whole human being that has my whole life ahead of me. There is so much more in this world for me to experience than love. Love is such a good feeling, but love is not enough. And only being in love.
Wait, that is so true, Lama.
I say that to everyone.
Love is not enough.
I say it to everyone.
You need to put that love into
But
yourself.
it's just such a good feeling and so addicting, but like it's just not enough. Like, even if I was in the most amazing relationship, which I feel like I am in one, like you see how amazing we are together, I still like, I can't imagine putting my life and my dreams on hold or feeling so afraid every day of losing him, because I'm just so afraid of losing myself and my own dreams. And I focus on that. And if you start thinking like that, you will actually never lose that person, because they will be so addicted to you, because it's so attractive when you work on yourself.
Independence is attractive as
So
well.
hot,
Yeah.
so attractive. When you meet a man that's like, wait, I'm not like waiting around for you, bitch. Like, I'm like, I'm working out, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I've got my career. It makes me want to chase them. I'm like, you're so hot.
Yeah. And it makes you motivated to do it to yourself. If you have two people that are similar in that aspect, that is literally like power.
Literally power.
That is
but
power.
If you have like someone that is like so obsessed with you and like a stage 5 clinger, like they're like, please, like,
oh my God, am I okay?
No, if you have someone like so clingy, afraid that they're gonna lose you, it actually pushes me away. Think of like opposite magnets. The more that you are afraid to lose that person, the more you'll actually lose them. If you subtract.
Wait, that is literally what happened to me.
What do you mean?
I was so afraid
Of losing Billy?
Yeah, I was so afraid, and I was so probably overwhelming to the fact that I was like, no, because I was so codependent. That's what happened.
I spilled.
Wow, I'm so self-aware.
You are so self-aware.
This is like therapy.
Good.
This is
Do you
like
think-
therapy.
Do you think, I'm just fishing for compliments here, but do you think if I was your therapist, if you went to therapy and we were not friends at all and it was me sitting there, do you think you would benefit?
Yes.
Because I'm so cutthroat. My approach has always been, get the fuck up.
Yes.
Stop crying.
Yes.
Like, that's literally, but sometimes we also need like the sweetness. So sweet and
No,
sour.
I feel like
You need both.
I feel like with my personality and my character, because I'm such a soft-hearted lover girl that thinks everything's a fairy tale, and everyone's my soulmate, and I'm just like, oh my god, like love, I love
Alyssa
love.
sees a butterfly will land, and she's like,
No, like
She's
no,
like-
like that's literally me. I'm like
I
a
see a
Disney,
butterfly, I'm like, get off.
I'm like a Disney, like this is like fairy tale, like happily ever after, because that's my personality. If you are sweet to me, if you are nice to me, you have to be cutthroat to get through to me.
wait, what do you mean?
You have to be cutthroat. Like if you're my therapist and you're like,
Oh.
do you know what I mean? Or even friends. That's why when you give me advice, I'm like, and my other friends back at home too, when they give me advice and they're like harsh and cutthroat, I don't take it. I'm not, even I'm a sensitive person, and in the moment I'd be like, you know what, like I'm really upset right now. I go back and I
You'll
sleep
mull on
on
it.
it.
Yeah.
I mull on it, and I'm like, oh my god, like you have to be like that to me, otherwise it won't get through to me. So don't be sweet. Don't be like, oh, you know what? It's gonna work out. It's
I think
like,
a lot
you
of
have to literally be
people-
like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm embarrassed for you. Like
me. That's me.
no, you have to be like that. And then I'll go home and be like, wait, my friend thinks I'm embarrassing. Like like that's what you have to do, because like I will take the sweetness and flip it in my head.
Oh my god.
Isn't that like that's what I would do?
I didn't realize, like, I was like, what is it about my videos that is doing well? And
Because you're literally like, what are you doing?
I'm an asshole. I'll sit there and I'll be like,
Yeah.
you're literally pathetic.
Yes.
Like, stop.
Because like no one wants to hear that.
But you know what's funny?
No one wants to
I
hear
don't
that.
take my own advice. And I actually react better when someone is like sweet to me and can sit down and understand me and my wounds and the why I am the way I am. And they kind of sit there and like are nice to me and sweet. I think I react better to that, because I'm that person that gives cutthroat advice, but I don't want that back. Sometimes I want someone to sit with me and be like, this is why you feel this way.
Yeah.
And it's going to be okay.
But I feel like just with my personality, you can't be like that to me, because I won't take it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I'll be like, oh no, they still like, you know what, they care.
Actually, I remember when you were going through your breakup with Billy, you had some friends, and I'm not bagging out these friends, but I remember you had a friend that was like to you, maybe like things will be okay. You never know. And I
Yes.
disagreed with that.
Yes,
Because you were
yes.
taking that
Yeah.
and you were telling me, you're like, but she said this. And I was like, okay, but I'm telling you it's never going to happen.
Yeah.
And like, you can't think about
Yeah,
that.
because I hold on to so much hope, and we were talking about it again last
Yes.
night, that
Hope
I
will
love
kill you.
I love the potential, and like, but the what
Say
if,
that to them.
the what if.
Tell them, because that's embarrassing. Tell them.
I always thought I can fix you.
No, that's Build-A-Bear. I told Alyssa, I was like, if you would like to do that, I will gladly take you to Build-A-Bear and we can build you a little teddy bear.
I do. I love fixer upper. I always love the idea of potential and the what if. And even though in my head, guys, I'm actually insane. In my head, I would sleep at night and I'll literally be like, this person is so bad for me. This person is an asshole. This is not my soulmate. But then I'll flip and I'll be like, but what if?
So funny that you say that. I'm not fucking perfect. There are a lot of things that I want to work on. But one thing I will say that I'm fucking proud of is I do not want someone in my life that has potential. I don't like the word potential. Potential is wild. Like, to me, it's like, I want to find that person in this world of 8 billion people that ticks the boxes.
Like shut away.
I don't have to fix you. I want
Yeah.
someone that is already fixed. If I go to therapy, I spend money on myself. I go working out. I travel. I have all these experiences and I'm this well-rounded individual. I don't want to meet someone that I need to fix and bring up with me. That is an anchor. Why would I decide to choose to put things over my shoulder? That's how I see it. It's like a guy, literally, you're
No wonder
literally
why I have
grabbing
a
like
sore
a fucking,
back.
you literally are like grabbing a sandbag and putting it over your shoulder.
No,
and
because I
carrying
love,
them.
because I feel like I find a sense of not worth, because I find a sense of like, wow, like I'm doing something.
Oh, that's like that maternal instinct that we have as women.
No,
but
dude,
like,
very nurturing. And like, you know
Yeah.
what? I don't mind.
but that needs to
folding
stop.
all your laundry.
That
I don't mind helping you. I don't mind, but like I'm so out of that now. I'm like,
Good.
that would never happen again. But I have been like that. And I'm sure so many people watching this
oh my
are
God,
thinking the
so
exact
many
same
people-
thing.
Okay, and this is the thing, right? Meeting a guy with potential. I have a video on YouTube called "Stop Falling for Their Potential" because
Send it to me.
no, but like literally, I say this to girls all the time. I actually feel very sorry for the boyfriends when girls say, he has so much potential. He could have an $80,000 Mercedes. He could have this job. He could that. You know what I always say? If he wanted to, he would. It is okay. And it's not a crime for this man to buy a Mazda and be okay with it for the rest of his life. To have a job that pays him 60K, which by the way, I'm not saying 60K is bad, but like to have that average job and to be okay with it for the rest of his life. The problem here is not him, it's you wanting to change him when it's not in his nature to want the things that you want for him. There is someone out there that has the 80K car, the amazing job. He wants to do bougie things that match what you want to do. Stop being fucking loserly and falling for this guy that is like making you happy, giving you cuddles, but you know it's not in his nature to want the things you want. And you're always going to be having like a wandering eye thinking about the guys that do want the same things.
You know what I thought about that in my relationship, the 5-year one?
Yeah.
There was moments in my relationship where I was never, ever going to leave. I say right there, I would have never walked away. Wow. I would have never, ever, 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 ever walked away. But there was moments in that relationship where I would think to myself, what if I did?
What if there was that guy that
What if I did?
has
What
everything?
is this my soulmate? Is this really what I want? I was in for 5 years. I would have those moments every now and then thinking that, but I didn't do anything about it. I would have never left, ever, because I was scared. Like, that question, I was scared.
Yeah,
I was scared, but had to take him for him to leave me.
I mean, we've been there. I've been there.
Do you know what I mean? But I'm so fucking happy he did.
Because it's just like
I don't think I don't think I would have been here if he didn't.
I'm so happy he did too.
I'm
Remember
so
I
happy
told
he
you
did.
we were sitting across the table and I said to you, I was like, I'm excited for you. Your
I'm
life is beginning.
And I wish him the best, but I'm so fucking happy he did. I could not imagine my life right now.
Same with me and my ex.
If you think about it, 2 years ago, Luma telling you, I cannot picture my life without him. I could not picture my life with him.
Yeah. Literally, you spilled. And like, do you see now what I mean about like falling for someone's potential is absolutely bizarre. And as soon as I meet a girl that says that, they actually gave me the ick and I'm like, I don't want to be your friend. That's weird that you think that way. I'm like, I can't.
I'm so
even.
happy you're still my friend.
Yeah. We've been through a lot.
She's like, oh.
No, but like, you're such a beautiful girlfriend and you do so much for them. It's just like, as a friend, what I want for you, because I'm just protective over you, I want you to meet a guy. Everyone is going to have like their strong suits and their weaknesses, right? I just want you to meet a guy that it's not that they have potential. They are just a high value man. And there are other things they have to fix. Like I said, I'm not perfect, but I know that when somebody dates me, and I can say this with my chest, they will never say she has potential. No, I am the potential that I believe in. I am that bitch. You should never date a guy that has potential. There are lots of good, nice guys that like have okay jobs. They want to split it, do 50-50. If you don't like that, stop fucking falling for his potential and trying to change him. It's not Build-A-Bear.
Yeah, and what I've realized too in the last 48 hours,
Oh my God.
that being nice is literally bare minimum. Like, sorry that someone's nice
Think
to
about
me.
how bare minimum that is.
So someone's nice to me. Oh my God, you're so nice. Okay, so is 8 billion other people. Like, that's so true though. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. What's the time? I gotta catch a
We
flight.
got 10 minutes. Because some girls just play the victim. They're like, oh my God, I only date losers. No, it's also half your fault. It takes two to tango. You're entertaining that freak.
No, 100%. That's why I kick myself all the time, because I'm just like, I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. No one's perfect. And for that stuff to happen to me and be treated like shit, I let that happen. So that was also my fault. It was also my fault. And I'm not a saint either. So like I fell into those behaviors where that was okay for me to accept.
This will make you be able to give the best advice though, because the reason why I can sit here and like say all that about potential is because I literally dated someone for their potential.
We've all been there. Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
And it like, that's so embarrassing. I used to use that word all the time and tell girls like he has so much potential. Ew. If you have to tell people that your boyfriend has potential, just know that you are a clown. If you look closely in the mirror, like go like this, you'll see some red makeup on your nose.
I did. That was
You're
literally me. That was literally me.
I don't want people to think that like I'm just sitting here like being cutthroat. I've made so many mistakes in the past with dating. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I have made so many mistakes. And I've dated guys for their potential. I've also like stayed with guys because I was just comfortable and like I just wanted the comfort, but I wasn't in love with them. I just loved them. The same way that you love a friend or a roommate.
Yeah.
That was literally me with my ex. Like we didn't have sex. I'm going to spill right now. We did not. Mom, do not watch. No one watch. No one watch. Literally. Like I hope no one's watching.
Yeah.
Like it got to a point where we did not have sex for 4 months whilst living together.
Wait,
Like,
what?
yeah. Because he was just like my friend. He was just like my roommate. And I loved him. And I loved the comfort of having.
Wait, you're lying.
No, I'm not lying. And this is very common. And a lot of people that I know that live with their partners, they can go months without having sex.
Can't relate.
Yeah, but like I just wasn't in love with him.
Wow, that's so
Like,
interesting.
I couldn't, like, it was
because
like
I've never been in that situation on that aspect of it. That's actually crazy to know because I don't know. Wow. Oh my God, how did that make you feel though?
really like confused because I
Yeah.
loved him, but I didn't realize that I wasn't in love with him. So I was just like, this is so random. And I would like literally fantasize about other people. I would like think about like, oh my God, I want to be single. Like I want to go out and like sleep with someone else. I'm not sexually
Wow.
attracted to him,
Wow.
but I was so comfortable and so
but you
afraid.
wouldn't have left though. That's the thing.
I was so afraid of being alone. I
Yeah.
was so afraid.
Yeah.
And now I would never let it get to that. No
no
way.
no way. I can never imagine you get
No
into
way.
that ever.
I would actually rather be single. Like
Yeah.
sex isn't everything, but I would rather be single,
Yeah.
not having sex with anyone,
Yeah.
waiting for my dream guy that will come along that we'll have amazing chemistry and be so in love with each other, then be in a relationship not having sex with someone. That is embarrassing. Anyway, we got to wrap it up.
Yeah, we have to have, this is oh my God, I could sit here and talk for ages. This
Me
is
too.
so fun.
I'm so excited for you to come back in 3 weeks. Oh my God, you know what I'd love to do eventually?
What?
Do a segment where like we call a few people. Like we just
Oh my
call
God, that's
them,
so-
and I'll be
yeah,
like,
let's do
"Hello,"
that.
like, tell us your
That's so smart.
I hope you guys are loving me having Alyssa here. She's amazing. I'm obsessed with you. Like, honestly, this is so much fun. Thank you so much for being here, you guys. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I read every single comment. So please leave us a comment. If you guys want advice, I'm on Sunroom and I'm answering everybody on there and I give people advice. Link is in my description. But yeah, I love you guys so much. I hope you're liking the podcast and I will see you very soon.